Crave Magazine, and it is my pleasure tonight to interview Crobot. Hey, everybody.
Hey. Hello.
Yay! We're interviewing you guys before your show tonight at the Bossa Nova Ballroom here in beautiful Portland, Oregon. So it's Jake Figueroa, Chris Bishop, Brandon Yeagley, Paul Figueroa.
Good job.
Yay!
Woo!
Yeah. And together you are Crobot from Pennsylvania. You're like I don't want to use the word throwback, but you're definitely, paying your homage to the old rock and roll bands and the old rock and roll shows of the past. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Crobot sound, and then we'll talk a little bit about your album and this tour, and then, as I understand, your motto is always on tour, so there's lots of things to talk about for shows you've done and now shows you've got coming up in the future, too. So tell us a little bit about the Crobot sound.
Well, we like Dolly Parton.
Especially when she's got Lovin' on her mind.
Oh, that's a good one. Last
night's Lovin'.
We're a heavy riff rock band.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of funk, and we just play stuff we like, man.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Jake on bass, Paul on drums.
Yes, sir.
And then Bishop and Brandon, you do vocals, and Bishop, you're also like lead guitar.
I guess you'd say
Best
that.
as yeah, exactly.
Play as much as I can. try to fake everyone thinking I'm good. That's all.
Absolutely. Well, you're out touring, supporting your, I believe, last year's release, Something Supernatural, and also playing some new songs on tour, which I'll ask you about here in a second. But tell us a little bit about your fans' reaction to Something Supernatural, and how's it going? Has it been about a year since it's released?
Yeah, and it feels like forever that we've been playing these songs for us, but it's really cool to see every night, like the progression of people that are knowing the songs every night, and it's just a cool thing to see. It makes it definitely more interesting every night.
Last night was cool. There was like a lot of kids. It's like a all ages show, so there's a lot of kids out there singing.
Right, you're up in Washington last night.
Yeah, they'd be off singing, and then next thing you know, they'd be like punching each other in the face, and there's like bloody noses, and crazy shit going on. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, I don't understand how people could mosh to Crobot, really. Because we're like, I don't know. But they did. They were like stage diving or not diving, crowd surfing during like the slow parts of our songs. Yeah, which is cool.
Tell us a little bit about the storyline in Something Supernatural, because you've actually kind of weaved together some ideas into a story, something that, as I understand it, you may have future plans to expand upon. I think it was a graphic novel that you might have in the works. Tell us a little bit about the songs on Something Supernatural and about the story you're telling.
Well, on the whole, it's definitely heavily influenced by a lot of mythology, and Greek and Native American mythology, and it's not really a concept like from chronologically from start to finish the album, but it's just kind of a hodgepodge of characters that I just had some ideas for, and just through all those cultural influences and stuff that I've just read and just loving horror flicks and stuff like that. I'm into things that scare people, I guess, and the occult. And, just a lot of it just kind of came off the top of my head too. Like Space Porn was one of those songs that just
it was like in the middle of like this deep masturbation session. It just came to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I rubbed myself right with it.
Just came to it.
You guys did something a little different in promoting the album. A lot of bands will come out with lyrical videos, but Bishop, you're an artist and you contribute a lot of artwork to the album, and so to promote Something Supernatural, you had visualizer videos coming out. Tell us a little about that and the artwork that you put together for the album.
Well, I did the cover like months ahead of time, and it was thought out, like had elements of each song, symbolism and like from each song on the album cover actually, and then our manager was like, "Hey, you think you'd actually do like 12 more of those?"
You got 24 hours.
You've got like a week and a half to do it, and I was like, "Really? All right, let's do it." So I buckled down and I did one pen and ink and watercolor illustration for each song, and then they isolated each image and like sort of made it move and brought it to life, which was cool. Hopefully that, you know, I'm sure we will do more of those in the future, but that's the process we're at now. It's starting to visualize stuff for the next album and like what direction will we go in.
You put out at least the one live action video that I can recall with kind of like a sort of a zombie thing going on. Tell us a little bit about that.
Where was that?
It was in the woods, man. Carmel, New York, baby.
Yep.
With a burrito bar on the back of a truck.
Man, that was good food.
Hey,
That was fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep. And we liked it so much that they got the exact same thing the next day.
Yeah.
And it was totally cool.
It was cold, man. It was a cold ass time.
Muddy as
Muddy,
fuck.
very muddy.
Had
Yeah.
our
You still have mud on your drums.
Yeah. Still not on the drums.
I just had my pedal board out, and like all of our most expensive shit just sitting in the mud
Get
up there.
smashed.
Yeah.
Oh, and we like there's like one part where they like put makeup on us to make us look all like fucked up and beat up and stuff. And then like a week ago, like, all of Brandon's family started calling him and said, "Are you guys okay?" Like they were like crying and stuff because apparently someone reposted that picture to like the Crobot page with no caption. So they thought someone just like jumped Brandon.
Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but
It's pretty funny.
It is pretty
That's too funny. Well, what about a new release? As I understand it, you've had some time to work on material on the road, and next year, after you ended a couple of legs of the tour we're going to talk about here, you're going to put in some studio time to get a second release in the works. Tell us a little bit about it. And you're playing some of the new songs on tour too. Tell us about how you work those in.
That's just like trying them out, you know, just like testing the water, seeing if you can get a little bit more than your feet wet. You know, we like to definitely test out the new stuff, see how it, you know, hits, if people respond to it. But yeah, also part of it is just because we get bored and, you know, we gotta play some new shit, keep it spicy. Like, I mean, yeah, we could eat tacos every day, but, you know, we need a new song every now and then.
How does the new album, the progression of the new album, come along after touring? Is it going to be like a new direction, or maybe just darker music, or still going to have that funky Crobot sound to it?
probably yes to all of that.
It's definitely gonna have a heavy funk groove, you know. But I think that, especially a lot of the songs now are a lot more moodier, I guess. More colors to the melodies. You know, it's not just happy-go-lucky all the time. Like it's got some variations to it, you know, which I think it's good. You should evolve, as you shouldn't just keep. I mean, unless you're fucking AC/DC, then you like, put out the same album every time. 'Cause that's what you do, you know.
And it's awesome, usually.
So we'll see. You know, I'd say we have a little over half the album written. So.
When you do a lot of songs too, right? Because then you do like several dozen songs for your first release.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to ask you earlier too, so I'm glad I remembered, but you packaged together an EP of some more songs with a picture disc that had the artwork that you put together as well.
Yeah, and that was cool. We, I think it was like, what, 4 or 5? Was it 5?
It was 4
Four.
released and in the live.
Yeah. So I mean that was cool. That was recorded in the same session. So to us, they were like it's still like the same thing, but it was cool to release new stuff for fans. You know,
Great.
to actually hear.
So Crobot, always on tour. You guys have had a lot of chances to play with a lot of great bands and do a lot of touring. Let's see, in the past, you guys were out with Volbeat and Anthrax and Black Label Society. Tell us about the tour you're on now. You're wrapping some stuff up right now, and then you've got a couple of big shows you've announced. You're doing the Motorhead Motorboat, and then a UK tour too. So let's talk about great bands you've toured with, and you know what you're doing now, and then what's coming up next.
Yeah, we toured with some pretty cool ones. You know?
Yeah, so
Vulture,
yeah,
Sword, and Truck Fighters, and
Yeah.
some really good, some good stony bands, riffy bands.
Yeah, we've been lucky to not do too many tours that we didn't really enjoy as far as like, you know, bands we're on tour with. I don't know, man. there's still a few more out there that I'd really like to get. Like we were really close to getting a down tour, and I would have shit myself. It's like one of the bands I really want to tour with. That we haven't yet. Yeah, and then Black Label in Europe for 2 months. That was phenomenal this year.
Yeah, they're awesome dudes.
They were really nice to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the bands really. There hasn't been anyone who hasn't been awesome to us really.
Yeah.
So you're here tonight with Mothership, and you were touring with Wilson a little bit earlier in the year too. How much longer are you in this tour, and then are you taking some downtime before the motorboat tour?
No, we have 2 more shows on this.
Oh, tonight and then
Tonight
San
and
Jose.
then San Jose, yeah. So, and then we're gonna be, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna be hitting the road with Motorhead though, starting out in LA. We'll be on tour with them up through Motorboat. So it's gonna be great.
And then our beer comes out.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
October 10th.
I don't think it's gonna happen ever.
Let's see. You guys are a double brown ale, right?
Yeah.
11.2.
11.2. Definitely sounds like it's going to be something to drink, and probably more than 1 or 2 before Crobot show.
And it's coming out. It's coming out in a 4-pack of pounder cans.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And the name?
Something
Supernatural
supernatural
Ale.
ale. Oh no, just supernatural.
Yeah.
Just supernatural.
Sounds
ale.
pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up because you guys probably have a lot of drinking to do before the show.
It's a
Gotcha.
And but before I go, I wanted to ask you, tell us a little bit about the Beardos phenomenon.
Oh, what's that?
Weirdos phenomenon. I think people just got lazy. They don't want to shave anymore, and I support that.
And you call out to them with the hashtag Beardos. So if they want
Oh
to
yeah.
chase you down on social media, and especially if they want to go to your site, your Facebook page, and they want to find out information about something supernatural and how to order the album, as long as they're following hashtag Beardos,
Yep.
one way or another, that should
Just
lead
Put
them to you.
Crowbot into Google and
Yeah.
it'll be us and crocheted robots. You'll be able to find us.
All right. Well, I want to thank Crobot for giving us some time tonight. We're looking forward to the show, let me tell you. And so until next time, this is John Baxter with Sound Great Magazine.
Woo! Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Love you.
Woo!
There you go.